How have you been? Bienvenido, Joe Marion. How are you? Hola, Arshad. Bienvenido, Arshad. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? Joe Marion, ¿cómo estás? So we are having our first, right on cue, right? We're having our first snowfall today, December 1st, right? It's like, yes, as though it was planned. Um, I think we're supposed to get like 3 inches today. So I have my pinguinos on, right? Pinguinos for the snow in honor of our first snowfall. How's your guys' weather? Warm? Wet? Dry? Cold? Wet and cold? Okay. Well, would you like some of the snow that's coming down? I'd be happy to send it to you. We'll swap. Anyway, did you guys have a nice week? Yeah. Amazing. Very good. So you got to reconnect. I remember Brooklyn, you had some family coming in from out of town and some cousins, I think. Yeah. How about you, Joe Marion? What was one thing maybe Thanksgiving break made you grateful for? How about you, Arshad? What was the highlight of your break, other than, of course, not having to come to school or being able to sleep in and all of those things? Yeah, very good, Arshad. Did you have family from out of town as well? See? Okay. So, you guys, guess what we get to do today? Um, I know that December is always a busy week. I mean, a busy month, right? Because you guys have like testing coming up and stuff like that. So we're just gonna kind of uh forge ahead, and we're gonna start Unidad Seis, Unit 6. Um, and doesn't this park weather behind me look really nice, you guys? I kind of chose it just to remind ourselves that it's not going to be cold all the time, right? Hoy es lunes, el primer diciembre. You guys, we are already in December. We are almost done with first semester. Can y'all believe that? Did it go quickly for you? I think it went quickly. It went quickly for me, right? Um, y hoy vamos a hablar de que nos gustan como actividades. So this unit is all about what we like to do in our free time, right? En el tiempo libre. And I know what Joe Marion likes to do in his tiempo libre, but Brooklyn and Arshad, I'm not sure about exactly. ¿Qué te gusta como actividades? So that's kind of where we're going to start with some vocabulary about what we like to do, right? So real quickly, you can unmute, you guys, or put it in the chat. How do we say I like? I know I'm trying to brush the cobwebs off of our brain a little bit. How do we say I like? If we like one thing, how do we say I like? That's a lot. How do we say I like? If I like, I don't know, ice cream or something, how do I say I like? Do you remember? It can be a hard question. Yeah, very good, Arshad. Me gusta, right? Me gusta. And that's if we like one thing. What is it if we like more than one thing? What do we have to add to gusta to make it plural? It's the weird verb. It's the weird verb. Do you remember? How do we make it plural if we like more than one thing? Me gusta becomes, gustan. We just add that N, right? Me gustan, right? Very good, you guys. Muy bien. So, I should say this. Over break, I had surgery on my mouth, of all things, right? So I have like a thing in my mouth. So that's why if I talk weird or sound weird or spit or something, you know why I have to wear this thing for like 6 months. Okay. So just FYI, not that it matters to you, just telling you. In case you hear something weird. So yes, so me gusta becomes me gustan, right? Me gustan. Okay. So we're going to talk about what it is we like and what it is we don't like in terms of like relaxing and those kinds of things. Okay. So before we start, let's just do, again, I'm trying to kind of warm us back up into school. I'm going to share a screen with you real quick. If I can get it pulled up here. And let's just look at it. I'm hoping that you all can see it, that it's not too small. So give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you can see my screen. If you can see what's on my screen, I guess I should say. Jamarian Arshad, see? Okay. So let's look at the question. It says, ¿Qué te gusta hacer en el tiempo libre, right? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? So hacer, to do, right? Clase, to do. So what do you think this question is asking? ¿Qué te gusta hacer en el tiempo libre? If hacer is to do, what do you think the question is asking? Just pop it in the chat, or it would move, class would go quickly if you could unmute. What do you think the question is asking? Hacer means to do. So what do you think the question's asking? ¿Qué te gusta hacer en el tiempo libre? Just based on the image, make a guess. I'm not asking for perfection. Make a guess. Yeah, very good, Jamarian. What do you like to do in your free time? So el tiempo, time, right? Sometimes it's also the weather, but in this context, it means time. And el tiempo libre, libre, like liberate, right? Free, okay? So, ¿qué te gusta hacer en el tiempo libre? What do you like to do in your free time? So we have yoga, dibujar, to draw, right? Acampar is to go camping. And then we have all kinds of other things here. 50 formas de relajarse. What do you think, again, based on what we're talking about, what do you think that relajar means? Relajarse. 50 formas de relajarse. What does that mean? What is relajar? 50 forms of what? What do you guess based on the image and what we're talking about? $50 forms of, yeah, relaxing, right? And notice, you guys, relajarse, that se on the end makes it reflexive, right? Makes it what we do to ourselves. Okay. So it's not just 50 forms of relaxing something else, right? It's how we relax, how we get ourselves to relax, right? Because what we like to do, what activities we like to do. So, I mean, I'm just going to kind of go through some of these and point them out to you. Like this one is poner música y bailar. So what is this an example of? Poner música y bailar. What is bailar? Based on the little image here. What is bailar? Let's try to reactivate our cognate radar. Poner música y bailar. What do you think? Yeah, to put on some music, right? Poner música y bailar, and dance. So that could be one way that relajarse, right? To relax oneself, right? This one, escribir un diario. What do you think? Escribir un diario. What do you think? Yeah, to write in your journal, right? To write in your diary, to, you know, put your thoughts down, right? To sort of get it off your chest. Isn't that right, you guys? How about this one? Pasear en bicicleta. What is that? Pasear en bicicleta. Bicicleta? What is that? Bicicleta. Help me. Yeah, to ride a bike, to go out bike riding. Okay. This one, acender una vela. Una vela, clase, is a candle. So maybe we could, you know, put on a nice smelling candle, right, in our room to help us relax. Okay. How about this one? Apreciar el arte. What is that? Apreciar el arte. What do you guess? Jamarian and Arshad, I'd like to hear from you. Apreciar el arte. What do you think? Well, we know what art is based on the image. So what do you think? Yeah, to appreciate some art, right? To go look at some art. Okay, maybe go to a museum or maybe just look online or something like that. See, how about this one? Llamar a un amigo. Llamar a un amigo. Llamar. What is the girl doing in the image? If you all can see that. Llamar a un amigo. What is that? What is llamar a un amigo? Well, we know what amigo is. What is llamar? Arshad, what is llamar? Llamar a un amigo. What is that? Very good. To call a friend, right? To get a friend on the phone and just chit chat. Okay. All right. Last one. How about this one? Observar las estrellas o las nubes. Observar las nubes o las estrellas. What is that? Observar. Jamarian, what do you think? Observar. Yeah, to observe las nubes y las estrellas. What do you think? Las nubes, clouds, and las estrellas, stars, right? Do you guys ever go outside and look at the stars? No? It's a good thing to do that. Yeah, turn off all the porch lights and just check out the stars, or when you're just go sit outside and look and see how beautiful the sky is and the clouds, right? Those are healthy activities to do. Absolutely. Okay. All right, so be thinking, clase. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do in your free time? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about this unit. Bueno, so give me a second, and I'm going to switch up my screen. Again, trying to ease us back into the school week. Give me a second. My mouse, where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. All right, so make sure that y'all can hear and make sure that y'all can see, okay? 30 actividades para practicar en tu tiempo libre. So what do you think this video is going to be about? ¿De qué vamos a hablar en este video? What is this video going to be about? What's your guess? Mariam, what do you think? Arshad? Mañón. Yes, 30 activities to practice in your free time. Muy bien. Okay, so make sure that y'all can hear, make sure y'all can see. Here we go.
De la flexibilidad, alivio del dolor, mejora de la concentración y de la paz interior, entre otros.
Okay, I'm gonna make this slower, not because of anything other than it helps us not to zone out so much. Okay, all right, so this is going to be all in Spanish, okay, but that's okay, just listen carefully.
Dibujar. Desarrolla tu creatividad al máximo y despeja la mente. Dibuja un viejo cómic que veías de niño. Intenta inventar uno nuevo, un paisaje o lo que más te guste. En YouTube puedes encontrar cursos gratuitos. Puedes irte a acampar. Googlea para que encuentres una buena zona cerca de tu lugar y disfruta de un buen fin de semana 100% natural. Cantar. Arma tu propio concierto en casa con tus canciones favoritas. Busca algunas pistas e improvisa. Solo relájate y disfruta. Aprende trucos con cartas. Sorprende a tus amigos o familiares con unos trucos de cartas innovadores. Estoy seguro que disfrutarás mucho de aprenderlos y aún más de dar un buen show a tus amigos. Meditar. Deseas mejorar la memoria, encontrar estabilidad emocional, reducir la presión sanguínea y descansar tu mente, esta puede ser tu actividad favorita. Escribir. Escribe una carta a alguien, un diario o simplemente inventa una novela o un cuento. Dispara tu creatividad y recrea viejas situaciones de tu vida. Estudiar un curso en línea. Puedes aprender una nueva habilidad o mejorar una ya existente. Existen muchos lugares en internet que ofrecen cursos gratuitos. Pintar. Saca el Picasso que llevas dentro y créate un cuadro digno de poner en la sala de tu casa. Manualidades. Busca un tutorial de manualidades y crea cosas para tu casa u oficina con elementos de reciclaje o nuevos. Gastarás tiempo con ello, pero te servirán de mucho para tu vida diaria.
So let's take a look at that again, you guys. So we had meditar, right, to meditate. Estudiar, un curso en línea, right, to take an online class. Escribir, to write, like in a journal, diary, something like that. Pintar is to paint. And then manualidades, you guys, are crafts. So knitting, any kind of craft work, crocheting, even like a model train building, you know, those kinds of things, right? Manualidades, things that you craft with your hands.
Gastarás tiempo con ello, pero te servirán de mucho para tu vida diaria. Haz ejercicio. Nada mejor que una mente y un cuerpo en funcionamiento. Ejercítate y elévate al máximo. Haz un día de voluntariado. Busca una casa para personas mayores o de animales cerca de tu zona y regálales un poco de tu tiempo. Estoy seguro de que tu visita los hará muy felices. Aprende a tocar un nuevo instrumento. En YouTube puedes encontrar cursos gratuitos de muchos instrumentos. Será fácil y divertido. Cocinar. Prepara tu comida favorita e invita a alguien a cenar, o prepárala solo para ti. Intenta no comerte todo antes de servirla en el plato. Clases de baile. Busca una academia cerca o disfruta de un profesor virtual.
Okay, so pregunta, clase, question. ¿Te gusta cocinar? ¿Te gusta cocinar? Do you like to cook? ¿O te gusta comer? Solo comer, no cocinar. ¿Te gusta cocinar, Rashad? ¿Sí o no? ¿No? ¿Jomarian? ¿Sí? Ok, muy bien. ¿Sí? Muy bien. Y tocar un nuevo instrumento, right? To play an instrument or to maybe teach yourself a new instrument. See, you guys play instrument at all? Any of you? See, what did you play? Piano, guitarra, trompeta. Oh, my favorite, my favorite. Drums, see, or something like that. See, muy bien. What do they mean up here, you guys, about voluntariado? Voluntariado, what do they mean? It's a cognate. What do you think they're talking about up here? Volunteer work, yeah, with the elderly or with animals or something like that, like at a rescue, whatever. Okay. I would, does volunteering appeal to any of you at all? I'm just curious. Does volunteering appeal to you? See or no? Or if you could volunteer, what would you like to do if you could volunteer? I mean, like this time of year, okay, elderly people at the home. Yeah. I mean, this time of year, especially, there's all kinds of opportunities for like um, food kitchens, and things like that, like helping to provide meals for the homeless and stuff like that, right? Yeah. I would recommend you guys, as you get older and you have to go to work every day, it's really difficult to find time to volunteer. So if it is something that you'd like to do, like, oh, I'm one of these days I would like to go help at an animal shelter or something like that, I would really try to find time to do it now, because as you get older, it just gets a little more difficult. Yeah. Okay, so that's voluntariado, right? Muy bien. All right, let's see what else.
Sea como sea, encontrarás muchos amigos, te distraerás y te ejercitarás. Jardinería. Planta unas flores, plantas medicinales, aromáticas o tu vegetal favorito en casa. Búscate un espacio en línea para vender algunos productos. Crea un espacio virtual para vender productos o servicios, sean tuyos o de otras personas. Existen muchos métodos que te ayudarán a ganarte un dinero extra.
Okay, so jardinería is obviously like gardening. And then it says vende productos en línea. What do you think they're talking about here, you guys? Productos en línea, vende, like a vending machine. What do you think they mean here? Arshad, what do you say? Vende productos en línea. What do you think that means? Productos. What do you guess, Jamarian? Productos. Sí, muy bien. So to sell products online, right? So this video is saying maybe as a hobby, to sell videos online. A lot of folks go to like thrift stores and buy stuff and then maybe kind of fix them up and then they turn around and sell them online for extra money, right? So that's always a possibility. Yeah.
Salir a caminar. Caminar es uno de los grandes placeres de la vida. Disfruta de tu entorno y relájate. Actividades al aire libre. Puedes ir de pesca, caminar por el bosque, observar aves, entre muchas otras actividades. Mirar las estrellas. Prepara tu bebida favorita y busca un buen lugar para ver el cielo. Las estrellas son una gran fuente de inspiración. Inicia un blog sobre algo que te apasione. ¿Cuál es el tema que manejas a la perfección? Bueno, ya.
Okay, what do you think? Inicia un blog. Well, we know what a blog is, right? So what do you think the suggestion here? Inicia. We use this word in English too. Initiate. What does that mean? Inicia un blog. Inicia? To begin or to start. Yeah, or in this case, create one. Like if there's something that interests you, you can create a blog or join a blog or something like that. Sí.
Tienes una idea para compartir tu conocimiento en línea. Ver películas aclamadas por la crítica. Mira esa película de la que los grandes medios hablan y da tu propia opinión. Fotografía. No necesitas una cámara profesional. Con la cámara de tu celular y lugares especiales podrás tener una gran sesión fotográfica.
Would any of you guys be interested in fotografía? No? Sí, no? Fotografía, taking pictures, photography, those kinds of things. Sí? Muy bien.
Leer. Un libro que veas interesante, una taza de café caliente y una imaginación sin límites. Este es uno de mis espacios favoritos. Visitar un viejo amigo. En la escuela, en la universidad o en un viejo empleo, haz memoria y recuerda un par de historias con un viejo amigo. Tallar en madera. Talla algo con dedicación y luego ve un resultado perfecto. Deja ese objeto para ti o regálaselo a alguien especial.
So what do you think tallar en madera, based on the images, you guys? Tallar en madera. There's no words there that we're going to recognize. What do you think based on the image? And we're talking about activities and hobbies and things. Tallar en madera. What do you guess? What's a guess? Okay. Anybody else? What's a guess? Tallar en madera. Madera is wood. Yeah. These objects in the image are made out of wood. And so to woodwork, right? To create wood carvings and things like that. Yeah. Tallar. Yeah, tallar en madera, woodworking or wood carving or something like that.
Aprender un nuevo idioma. Descubrir un nuevo idioma te ayudará a entender otras culturas y toda su historia, además de conocer muchas nuevas personas. Jugar. Puedes jugar en tu celular, un juego en línea en tu PC o en la vida real. Despeja tu mente y olvídate del mundo real por unos minutos. Haz nuevos amigos. Ve a algún lugar y atrévete a hablarle a la primera persona que veas. Dona tu ropa antigua. Esta es una buena forma de ayudar a alguien que lo necesita. Crea Hemos visto entonces 30 actividades que puedes poner en práctica en tu tiempo libre. Ahora no tienes excusas para quedarte en casa sin.
Okay, so this is all the ones that they listed, right, you guys? Acampar, cantar, trucos con cartas are like card games or card tricks, right? Ejercicio, doing exercise, working out, learning a new language, aprender un nuevo idioma. So, of any of these that we saw here, you guys, which ones would interest you? Take a look at the list. Clases de baile, dance classes, jardinería, gardening, mirar las estrellas, looking at the stars. And, you could like take pictures, fotografía, right? Take pictures of the stars and things like that, right? What if anything here interests you? Pop it in the chat. Yoga, dibujar, to draw or paint, pintar. Tallar en madera, make things out of wood. What would interest you? Cocinar, okay. Arshad? Brooklyn, what do you say? What would interest you? Muy bien, Brooklyn. Arshad, you got one you can pick from the list? Pintar, maybe. Leer, tocar un instrumento, okay. Caminar, sí. All right. Muy bien, you guys. So this is our overall topic for our unit 6, right? Things that we like to do. Cosas que nos gustan, right? Things that we like to do. Muy bien, muy bien.
Hacer nada.
All right. Bueno, so I'm going to show you this real quick as well, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. This is a little different than maybe what we've seen before. Okay, this is our kind of our vocab list. Okay, you guys. And we are not going to be able to fill all of this in today. So my suggestion to you is going to be to, when you download it or whatever you do with it, make sure that you save it so that you can come back to it, because we will come back to it. So you don't have to like worry about turning it in today, but you do need to make sure that you save it. Okay. All right. So if you meet me in Canvas, clase, and we are in Unidad 6, you guys, Unit 6. Just to give you a clue, we did 2 units already in first semester. Okay, so pat yourselves on the back. We are going to kind of skip around. We're going to skip a couple of things. So if you see like some random stuff maybe in Canvas, don't worry about it unless I mention it specifically. I would recommend, you guys, if you still have outstanding work for Unit 5, that you do take some time to get it finished up right before the end of the semester, okay? Okay. So here we are, Unidad 6. And notice, you guys, it says Desafío 2. Desafío 2, right? Which is challenge number 2 or goal number 2. To express our plans and intentions and planning leisure activities. Okay. Now, that means we're skipping desafío 1, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you see some random stuff, don't worry about it. Okay, you're not missing anything. We're gonna skip around a little bit. Okay. So go ahead and click on guided notes. I'll probably change that due date for later due dates. Don't worry about that. But go ahead and click on the guided notes, and they should look like what I had pulled up there just a second ago. Okay, Brooklyn's there. Arshad, are you, Jamarian, do you see it? There you go. So click on annotate. Make sure it opens up. Arshad, did it open for you? Okay. All right. Well, let me get myself ready here. Okay. All right. Give me a thumbs up if y'all are ready. Thumbs up. Ready to type. You know where to type, etc., etc. See? Thumbs up. Arshad, you ready? Jamarian, Brooklyn? See? Okay. Bueno. All right. So if you can see my screen, you guys, los pasatiempos. Los pasatiempos are things that how we spend our free time. So like hobby, one of our words could be hobby or activity. Okay. Literally, it means a pastime. In other words, things that you do to pass your time. Okay. Los pasatiempos. Okay. So we have bailar, bailar, to dance, bailar. What word does this remind us of in English? What word does this remind us of? Bailar. Could we make a connection with ballet? Yeah, is a type of dance. Okay. So bailar, to dance. ¿Te gusta bailar? Do you like to dance? ¿Te gusta? Do you like to dance? Sí, me gusta. Or no, no me gusta bailar. Okay. Clase, a mí no me gusta bailar. No me gusta bailar. A mí. Okay. I don't like to dance. Bueno. Okay. Caminar al aire libre. Al aire libre, outdoors. Outdoors. Caminar, to walk. Arshad, ¿a ti te gusta caminar? ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta caminar? ¿Sí, Arshad? ¿Sí? Give me thumbs up. ¿Sí? Yes. A mí también. Me too. Me gusta caminar. This is why winter is rough for me because I can't really walk outside. Yeah. Me gusta mucho. Me gusta mucho, Jamarian, caminar al aire libre, outdoors. Sí. Prefiero, I prefer, clase, prefiero caminar al aire libre y no en el gimnasio. I don't really like to be like in a gym, you know. Prefiero caminar al aire libre. Sí. Caminar. Cantar. Cantar, to sing. It's kind of where we get the word chant from. Okay. Because in French, to sing is chanter, and it all comes from the same Latin, cantar. Okay. Cantar. So far we've had cantar, caminar, and bailar, right? So what kind of verbs are these? What kind of verbs are these? Are they AR, ER, or IR verbs? Cantar, bailar, and what was the other one we had? Caminar. Are they AR, ER, or IR verbs, clase? Yeah, they're AR verbs. And thankfully, right, they are regular AR verbs. So they can be conjugated real simply, right? O, ASA, almost, and on. But, you guys, we're using this do you like and I like and all of those things, right? And so if this is our first verb, then we need to remember that our second one stays in the original form. It stays in the infinitive, right? So we don't have to conjugate it because we're saying I like, or you like, or he likes, or whatever. That's going to be our first verb, okay? All right, then we have tocar. Tocar un instrumento musical, right? To play a musical instrument. Tocar, in this case, el piano. Tocar el piano. So when we were doing our the last unit on like our six senses, oler, to smell, right? I can't even think now. What are the six sentences? Oh, to see, there, whatever. We also did our sense of touch, right? And we said tocar was to touch, like if you touch something, okay? So that's still true, but the Spanish use it for instrument, playing an instrument, right? Because you're touching the guitar, you're doing things with your fingers, right? So tocar el piano, to play a musical instrument, or in this case, a piano, okay? All righty. Actuar is drama, right? Acting. And then pintar can be to paint buildings, walls, whatever, or to do like art, watercolors and stuff like that. Okay, pintar. Clase, ¿a quién le gusta actuar? Do you guys like to do theater? ¿A quién le gusta actuar? Anybody like to do theater? Be on stage? A mí no. ¿A ti? Anybody like to do that? Yeah, I do too. Pintar, sí. Sí. Nobody likes to be on stage. Okay. Bueno. Alrighty. We have dibujar, to draw. And then we have caminar again. Dibujar, to draw. Or design. Yeah. Again, regular AR verbs, you guys. So nothing difficult, especially if we're just going to use gustar with them. Okay. All right. Let me know if I go too fast or too slow. I know you have to find them on your list. Okay. Hacer deportes y practicar deportes. So our verb hacer is to do. In Spanish, you can use either word, hacer deportes o practicar deportes. So, ¿a quién le gusta hacer deportes? Does anybody like to do sports here? Marsha, ¿te gusta practicar deportes o hacer deportes? Brooklyn, ¿te gusta hacer deportes? No? Sí. ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta? Okay. ¿Te gusta el básquetbol, Arshad? El fútbol americano, basketball, ¿sí? Arshad, ¿qué deportes te gusta? te gusta practicar qué deportes? Todos? All of them? Hockey? Soccer? Oh, my favorite. Mi preferida, viajar, viajar, to voyage, right? To travel. Leer, leer. I like to read historical things, historical fiction. See? Viajar, to travel. Okay. Do you guys get to travel much? ¿Te gusta viajar? See? You guys get to travel very much? Okay, ready for the next one. Ah, escuchar música. Sí. A todo el mundo le gusta escuchar música, right? The whole world, everybody likes to listen to music. A todo el mundo. Sí. Escribir mensajes to text, right? The adopted word, I'm going to put it in the chat if you guys want to add it. It's up to you. Is textear. They've made it an AR verb. Textear is the slang for texting. Okay. Escribir mensajes. Textear. Oh, there it is. Okay, then we have nadar, to swim. To swim. So how far is it from Columbus to like the Gulf? You guys, do you guys go to the Gulf? Do you guys go? Yeah, you would go to the Gulf of Mexico, right? For water or beaches or something, wouldn't you? If you wanted to go to the beach, where do you guys go if you wanted to go to the beach? Nowhere? Y'all don't go to the beach? Aren't you close to the, how many hours would it take for you to get to the beach, you guys? You don't like, I don't like the beach either, but just saying. How far are you guys from the beach? Not close to the beach then? Okay. Bueno. Okay, then we have hablar con amigos or amigas, talk on the phone. And then this word mandar. Mandar is to send, more like mail. Really? 4.5 hours? Wow. Okay, so not really beach thing then. Mandar mensajes. Gracias, Brooklyn. To send a message, right? To mail a message, like an email. So that word, you guys, is really helpful in terms of a business aspect, you know, in your future, dealing with companies, you know, that maybe are based in Mexico or some other Spanish-speaking country. So just know mandar is to send or mail. And in this case, messages, right? And it's a regular AR verb, so no sweat there. And this one is something I'm sure that you all like to do, and that is jugar. Jugar a los videojuegos, to play video games. See, jugar a los videojuegos, video games, or virtual reality, or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Couple more, you guys. This one we're going to see quite often, so you might want to put a little star by it. Ir de compras, to go shopping. Ir de compras, to go shopping. So if comprar is to buy, right, then ir is to go. So basically we're just saying to go buy things, right, to go shopping. But this verb ir, that's going to be our focus for part of this unit, to go shopping. And then we have montar en bicicleta, montar en bicicleta, right? Literally to climb on a bike, right? But we're going to say to ride a bike, montar en bicicleta, ir de compras, to go shopping. I don't know where my cat went. She's up to something. Okay, almost done. Ver televisión o ver películas, right? To watch TV or movies. You can also use mirar. We've seen that verb before, to see, right? To watch. So ver televisión or ver películas. Do you guys have a favorite movie? ¿Hay una película favorita? You have a favorite movie anywhere? No? How about a favorite Christmas cartoon, since we're headed that direction? Rudolph, Frosty the Snowman, Elf. Lesson. You have a lot. Yeah. Me too, Brooklyn. Me too. All right. Trabajar. The thing that nobody really likes to do, clase. Trabajar, to work. It is a regular AR verb. Okay. Trabajar, to work. Okay. And our last slide, to play sports, right? Hacer deportes. But what sports? So we have basketball. Notice that they are borrowed words in terms of pronunciation. And so the spelling is different because they tried to use Spanish sound. It's called phonetics, right? To mimic the English word, right? So we have basketball. Notice the QUE for the K, et cetera, et cetera. Baseball, base, right? You know, base is an English word, baseball. You run the bases, right? So they're just taking our word and making it fit their spelling structure. Football is soccer, football americano, football, tennis, and volleyball, right? So you can see the spelling differences, okay? But we know what they are. We just kind of have to remember that football means soccer. Yeah, and football americano is regular, our football, okay? All right. Okay, so do we need to repeat any, you guys, or need to go back? Did you have blanks? Let me know if you did. See? Okay, so real quickly, you guys, let's see what time it is. Okay, real quickly, please take a look at my screen, okay, my Zoom screen. And we're going to start up here. And this is like levels, yeah? Like I love, me encanta. I love, right? It's like my favorite thing ever. Me gusta mucho. I like it a lot, right? I like it a lot. Me gusta, just I like it. Me da igual, clase. Me da igual. Based on the emoji, what do you think this means? So this is like a scale, right? From I love to I hate. So what do you think me da igual could mean? Me da igual. What do you think it could mean, clase? Miriam, what's your guess? Arshad? It's okay. Yeah. I don't hate it, right? But I don't love it. It's like, oh, it's okay, right? It's all right. I can take it or leave it, whatever. Muy bien. And then on our opposite, it's no me gusta. I don't like it. Okay. No me gusta nada. Like, I really don't like it. No me gusta nada. I really don't like it. Okay. Odio, you guys, is to hate something, right? To hate something. You can see here by the emoji. So we have our full scale. Me encanta, I love, all the way down to odio, I hate. Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Let's look at some of these. We have actuar, and you should keep your list up. Some of these are not on your list, right? But that's okay. We have images or words that we already know. So, actuar, escuchar música, mirar la televisión. Bailar, grabar videos means to record videos. Montar en bicicleta, cantar, hablar por teléfono, nadar. Cocinar, jugar basketball. Orar is to pray. You can see with the little hand emojis. Comer, to eat. Jugar béisbol. Pasar tiempo con familia. Pasar tiempo, hang out. Yeah, I'm hanging out with my family or with my friends, right? Correr, to run. Jugar fútbol. Patinar is to skate or skateboard. Dibujar, jugar fútbol americano. Relajar, relax. Dormir, jugar videojuegos. Sacar fotos, to take pictures, or la fotografía, right? Entrenar is to train, to like work out. Leer libros. Salir con amigos, to go out with friends, right? Escribir, to write. I can write in my diario, in my diary, in my journal. Levantar pesas, to lift weights. Levantar, to lift, clase? Usar mi teléfono, to use my phone. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to randomly, pick one of these actividades. And your response, Jamarian, Arshad, should be any one of these on the scale. Anyone from me encanta mucho, or me gusta mucho, I really like that, or just I like it. Me da igual, no me gusta nada, I really don't like it, or odio, hate. Okay? Are you ready, clase? ¿Estás listos? All right, muy bien. So I'm just going to pick one at random. Let's start with escuchar música. Escuchar música. ¿Te gusta escuchar música? How would you answer me? In chat, or you can unmute. ¿Te gusta escuchar música? How would you answer me? Use the scale. Muy bien, Arshad. Jamarian, Brooklyn, use the scale. ¿Te gusta? Okay, muy bien. Te encanta. Muy bien. Okay, let's try another one. Clase, let's see. ¿Te gusta patinar? ¿Te gusta patinar? ¿Te gusta patinar? No, ¿no te gusta Brooklyn? ¿No te gusta patinar? Ok, Arshad, ¿te da igual? Muy bien. ¿Te da igual también? Ok, good job. All right. How about leer libros, clase? ¿Te gusta leer libros? ¿Te gusta leer libros? ¿Te da igual, Brooklyn? ¿Te gusta leer libros? ¿Sí? ¿Te gustan? Ok. Arshad, ¿te gusta leer libros? ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta? Muy bien. How about, let's see. ¿Te gusta clase montar en bicicleta? ¿Te gusta montar en bicicleta? Ah, te gusta mucho. ¿Te gusta también, Arshad? Muy bien. ¿Te gusta montar en bicicleta, Marian? You know, from a teacher's point of view, sometimes, class, it seems as though, you know, when we ask students, like, what did you do all weekend, or what are you going to do this weekend, or something like that, they usually respond with, oh, I got a new, you know, virtual reality game, or I got a new video game, or I got a new this or that, or whatever, and I'm going to play that all weekend. Or what are you going to do this weekend? Oh, well, I'm going to get on the whatever chat with my game friends, and we're going to talk and stuff like that, you know, whatever. So from an outsider's point of view, it looks as though young folks today spend a lot of time online as opposed to like being outside, right? So if you were to give a percentage, how much time do you spend online or like with a game versus outside? I'm just curious. What percentage would you give yourself? You can pop it in the chat or you can unmute. Out of 100%, right? You got 100% in your day. You spend 30% outside? Do you spend 30% on the computer some way, somehow? Not school. Okay, so you guys are giving me, okay, Jamarian, so that's inside. Okay. Does that mean online? Brooklyn, what is that for? What is your number for? Online? Okay. All right. How much time do you think you spend, I guess, indoor versus outdoor? Or online versus not online? What do you think, Arshad? How much time do you spend not online? Just curious. Of your day, 50% of your day online, 50% of your day offline. Okay. So here's the last thing that we're going to do. This is sort of your exit for today. Okay. So take a look down here. We have our first question. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? And then we have a response. Me gusta, blah, 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 blah. And notice that there's 3 of them here. So what I would like you to do is you can use this list that you see up on the screen. You can use your vocab list, or you can look something up and include it. But my exit question to you today, ¿qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And this is your response. This is your model that I want you to use. I want you to include at least 2 items. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And just type it in the chat or unmute. I would prefer that you unmute and tell me. ¿Qué te gusta hacer, clase? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? What do you like to do? Okay. So we have to be careful, you guys, when we're talking about activities. Okay. And here's what I mean. If we say, I like, let's say, books, then we would have to say, me gustan los libros. I like books, right? But since we're talking about activities here, activities mean some kind of action or some kind of verb, right? And so we need to say, me gusta leer libros. I like to read books. Okay. Because otherwise, then the sentence is different. Then if we like books, then it has to be gustan los. But we're talking about the activity of reading. So, me gusta leer libros. I like to read. Okay. I like to play video games. Me gusta jugar los videojuegos, right? We have to include the activity, the action, right? So keep trying. We have some time. We have about 3 minutes. That's our exit for today. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And you're going to follow this model right here in the bottom left-hand corner, right here. Okay. Okay. Muy bien. Muy bien. ¿Te gusta bailar, dormir y cantar? Muy bien. ¿Te gusta la música? ¿Mm? ¿Te gusta la música? Okay. Anybody else? All right, muy bien. So in the time that we have left, I would like for you guys to save, make sure that you're saving that vocab list some way, somehow. Okay, so that we can come back to it, right? And for you guys that you are checking out, we have 2 minutes left. So what I'd like you to do is make sure that you're checking Canvas, make sure that you're checking VHL, and be diligent, right? From now till the end of the semester, which is only a couple of weeks away, like 8 or 9 days away, whatever it is. I haven't actually done the math. Because remember, you guys, you're going to be testing in some classes. And so you may not have the time to like go back and do something. Okay. So whatever time you have before you get too busy into testing, you want to make sure that you're completing anything from unit 5 that needs to still be done. So take a minute, look in grades, make sure there's no crazy mistakes made by the computer before we sign off today. Or if you have a question, let me know. Okay, any questions? Does the grade book look normal? No boo-boos, no weirdness? If it does, just send me a inbox message if you see something that needs to be double checked, fixed or something. Okay, you guys? All right, try to get all that Unit 5 stuff done and have a great rest of your Monday. All right, good job. Adios. Adios, clase. Have a good day. Stay warm.